Hey there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here. I am so happy that you have joined us today for a weekly reading. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I hope you like my setup. I'm doing this for the month of October. Wanted to change things up again. I really feel the positive, heightened change in energy here. So I figured I'd put more of a fall-y Halloween type theme. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. For those of you who've never seen this, it's a new setup. Okay, so I lost my train of thought. I haven't done this intro in a while now. I'm just like going crazy here. To my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love and support. I cannot thank you enough for supporting this channel and for, putting positivity into this channel. It's growing quite a bit, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you, not only for subscribing, but for making these amazing comments and for the views. And I know some of you are watching my videos more than once, and I know they're lengthy, but they're lengthy for a reason. So I am so grateful for your time in watching these videos, and I'm so grateful to all of you, especially those who've subscribed and who keep coming back to my channel to give me that love and support. I send you so many blessings and so much love for that. I am truly grateful, not only to have this channel, but to be able to do this work for you. So yeah, the only thing that I have left to say is, if you would like a personal reading with me, go ahead and check out the description box below for that information. Or you can go to capellawellness.com, check out the service suite or the packages that I offer. All right, guys, with that being said, happy Halloween. Let's get into your reading. Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I wonder what the weather like is over there. Today it's been dreary and rainy. It's a combination of the two. Makes me want to take a nap, but my angels were like, no, Jess, you got to do the air signs today. Today is the new moon in Libra. Happy new moon in Libra. I am recording this on October 6, 2021. So again, happy new moon to you. Now, Libra, I also want to say happy birthday. If your birthday is today, happy birthday. Go have a drink for me. And a cupcake. If it's this week, happy birthday. If it already passed, happy birthday. Regardless, Libra, it's your season. Happy birthday to you. I hope all of your dreams come true. All right. If you've never been here before, Libra, what we're going to do is we're going to see what your overall theme is for today, what you need to focus on, what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that's what this is all about. Stick around to the end so you can see what is coming to you with regards to love, what your wellness tip of the week is. We're doing affirmations this week for this. And then we're going to boost your reading with a super chakra card, okay? Spirit's saying we're ready to go. What is the overall theme for our lovely Libras who are celebrating birthdays? We have the Sewer Mermaid, number 25. Maybe somebody here is 25. Doesn't have to be, but somebody here is. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is like the Chariot card, divine number. Or maybe 7 of Swords, because I'm seeing there might be some deception here. Maybe you're thinking negative thoughts about yourself. Maybe you're deceiving yourself of your true ability, something like that. Who knows? But this is really calling for you to step into that, sensuality side of you. I'm also hearing sexuality, right? Because I know, especially with females, we don't really tap into that. It's kind of like you're a Shakti, okay? When we embrace that without any, it's like false beliefs about it, taboos I'm hearing, we really feel more empowered, and we kind of really express more of our femininity, which ties into divinity too, believe it or not, okay? So this is really about like loving yourself and, being more sensual with yourself and not restricting that about you. This is understanding your worth and knowing how beautiful you are, not really on the outside, because everyone's beautiful in their own right, but it's about that inner beauty, right? It's like that natural beauty about you. When you're shining brightly from within, you shine that light out and people are drawn to that. It's like the Queen of Wands. She exudes this sexiness, this sensuality, combined with the Queen of Pentacles, right? That's a powerhouse right there. And then you embody all the other queens and then you become the Empress. And the Empress is like, whoa, she's Aphrodite, Venus incarnate, right? And she was the most beautiful goddess of all, and everyone was drawn to her, right? But she was also in tune with her own sexuality and sensuality. She knew her worth. She saw the beauty within her, and when she found that empowerment and she understood that she was amazing in her own right, her vibration skyrocketed, and she was attracting these wonderful things into her life. That's what the Empress energy is. It's the same thing for you, Libra. And with regards to your body, it's like taking care of your body, right? Not putting your body in the sewer type of thing. Because, I mean, look at her face. Some of you may be very discontent with how you look on the outside, how you feel on the inside. Some of you want to be prettier. Some of you want to be smarter. Some of you want to be this, and that. God made you the way you are for a reason, Libra. You have to look within yourself for that beauty, okay? It's like that story, Beauty and the Beast. How many people do you think would have fallen in love with that beast, right? I'm not knocking on people, but I do know a few people who would not have even touched that, let alone go back to the house after, you know, the beast tries to save your life. I'm not being mean. There's just a truth in this, okay? I have to be real here. And the beast didn't think he was much of anything, right? He's like, look at me. Like, how is she going to fall in love with me? But boy, was he wrong, was he not? He had to find those qualities within him that he was suppressing his emotions. He was pissed off because of that curse. And that's all he was focusing on, the curse. Some of you may be thinking that you were cursed with something or not having something. Why did I have this, like these thick thighs? Why do I have these, you know, this curly hair? And let me tell you, my hair is naturally curly if you don't already know. I used to have a complex with that. You know, I embrace it. I still have my hair straight, but that's because it's a lot easier to maintain, guys, because curly hair is not easy to maintain. And I do not like spending all this money on products just to make my hair keep from being a rat's nest, okay? A bird's nest. Did I say rat's nest? That's not good. I guess it was sewer rat. Anyway, don't mind me and my jokes, my poor jokes. Anyway, Libra. I had to embrace that, right? I always wanted to look like somebody else. I wanted to be taller. I'm singing the Skilo song. I wanted to be thinner, and I'm not even, you know, really, really thick. It was just like, and I'm short, right? I'm Hispanic. Nothing against Hispanics, but Hispanics tend to be short. Not all, but some. I was this little tiny thing. People are like, oh, you're so short. I'm like, yeah, okay. But I embrace that too, right? You know, or I wish that whatever it was always about my appearance. I was not loving the fact that I had a brilliant mind. And I will tell you, I'm a very intelligent individual. I really excelled in school. Every project that I touched turned to gold. I had this luck with me. I had these big blessings in my chart, and I was able to accomplish so many amazing things in my lifetime before doing this type of work. But I was overly focused in what? The love? Not having a partner, whatever. Boyfriend at the time I was in school. I wanted to be like the popular girls. I wanted to look a certain way. I wanted longer hair. Again, I wanted to look prettier, and people look at me funny because they're like, well, wait a minute, because you are an attractive person. But I didn't believe that at all. But I was too hung up on the outer appearance instead of focusing on the inner appearance, right? Again, I am a very, very smart person. I got straight A's. I had leadership roles. I was first chair in the orchestra. Like, people look at me like, you did all of what? And I was still disheartened because I wasn't popular. I wasn't attractive to guys. Guys would say, oh, like, you're nice and, whatever. And then I'd see them with the really attractive girls, and that made me feel bad about myself. I look back at myself and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? I was the smartest kid in the class most of the time, and I did not value that. So you see where I'm going with this? That is inner beauty. Your beautiful mind is a beautiful aspect of yourself. Some of you have a beautiful heart. You have a heart of gold. You are nurturing. You have this, maybe you have a beautiful singing voice. Maybe, I don't know what it is. There's something about you, Libra, that people absolutely love about you. But you don't focus on that. You're focusing on like this. You're mad because you don't look a certain way or you don't have something. You have to embrace who you are and believe in yourself and love the body that God gave you. When you don't have that self-love, when you don't love yourself, how are you going to love others unconditionally? And how is somebody who respects you, who loves you for who you are, how are they going to love you unconditionally? Like attracts like, okay? And don't give in to what people tell you. Let's say if you want to be a movie star, people will say, they tell you, oh, well, you need to change this and that about you. Or here's the thing with the models, right? Oh, you have to have long legs and you have to be this height. You can't be short like me, be a model. Screw all that bullshit, okay? Release those negative thoughts about yourself. I'm seeing 7 of Swords. Don't give in to that. Don't self-sabotage either. 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords. Get out of that mentality. You got to clear that out of your mind about yourself. No false beliefs, no negative thoughts. Stop shaming, all right? And maybe even stop shaming other people because you think that they have this life or they have something that you don't. If some of you are doing that, that is a reflection of yourself, right? Because if you are shaming others, you're really shaming yourself because you're not happy about yourself. You might be jealous of somebody because they have something that you don't, especially if it's appearance wise. Okay, you have to celebrate who you are. You have to love how different you are. God made us for the way we are for a reason. We were born to stand out. We were all given these special gifts. We were not meant to be robots. We were not meant to be like everybody else. We're not. And a lot of people are trying to fit the mold. Why? Why? When God made you so unique, it's like a snowflake. There's no, it's like a fingerprint, the snowflake. There's no two alike, right? It's the same thing with you, Libra. Embrace who you are and embrace, the differences, whatever it is about yourself you're having complexes with. You got to know your worth. You got to own up to that. You have to believe that you are worth it, that you deserve love, that you deserve all of the wonderful things God's trying to give you. But if you're low vibrational and you're thinking, like you belong in a sewer or that... or, you feel that people are putting you in this place because of what, your appearance or something? No. Get out of there. Be grateful for who you are. God made you for a reason. You have some superpower that you are not believing in yourself, or you have multiple superpowers. Don't try to be like everybody else. Be you, Libra. Oh my gosh. Sorry, some stand fell with my Palo Santo. Look at this. Grumpy red fairy. Yeah, you guys are not happy. Look, we got grumpy faces here. And now we have an 8, 7, 8. Make some progress. Elevate your vibration. 8 is about abundance, unlimited potential. You have unlimited potential, Libra. You don't have to look like somebody. You don't have to be a certain height, weight, whatever, for whatever it is that you need to do. Screw that, okay? Look at these faces. Guys, some of you, and remember, this is a general reading, okay? If you're feeling happy with yourself and abundant, there is abundance here with the number 8. You know your potential, fine, but there's something else in here that is good. You're going to come across that is pertains to you, okay? If you don't feel grumpy, then this part of the reading isn't for you. But there is something here for you. Look what it says. It says, be true to yourself. Don't be the grumpy red fairy. Grumpiness is low vibrational. Resentment, anger, discontentment, like 4 cups, you know, not believing in yourself. You're not believing in God either. Because you are God within. That's low vibrational if you are not believing in yourself, if you're with this face all the time. How are you going to attract that paradise that God wants for you when you are upset and disheartened by certain things about yourself when it's not even true? Okay? Maybe, again, with the sensuality, again, there's something here where maybe there's something, you know, with your sexual side about yourself and people look down upon that. Or society looks down upon that. Don't give in to that either. You know, that's important for us, you know, even with God, okay? You know? Maybe somebody is, you know, with this red fairy, I'm seeing like some passion here. It's like, maybe you have a lot of sexual energy or something. Well, you have that balanced out. There's nothing wrong with that, right? That's why I said sexuality and sensuality. If there's like a dirty part to you, Libra, and it's not, you know, being hurtful to you, it's not detrimental to your health, embrace that. If there's too much of that, we got to tame it down again, right? Like the strength card, tame the beast. Again, like Dr. Seuss says, why fit in when you were born to stand out? You are so unique, and God made you that way for a reason. I know for me, it's like even what I do my readings, the way that I send my messages, the way that I teach, the way that I lead. A lot of people tell me that I'm very different, but I'm very refreshing. They're telling me a lot of wonderful things. And, you know, I had a little bit of a complex because when I started my YouTube channel, which I had no intention of doing, I was trying to be like all the other readers. And I did have somebody who commented on one of my videos and said, you know, you should make your videos shorter because you get more followers and not everybody has time to watch like really lengthy videos. And you know what I told her? My guides told me that this is how I'm supposed to read. This is how I'm supposed to teach. My guides, my angels, God specifically told me, Jess, you are different. We want you to conduct your readings in this manner. Don't worry about what YouTube says. Don't worry about having short intros and short outros and worrying about cutting to the chase. Don't worry about how your videos are long because look, guys, I will tell you, I was getting a little bit annoyed because my videos were so long and I was like, are people even going to watch this? And on top of that, it takes time for my day, right? But they pulled me back and said, Jess, we're using you as a conduit. We have a lot of information to give out to the collective. You are going to keep these lengthy because you are different. Do not try to be like other readers. And I said, okay, you're right. And that's why I do the readings the way that I do. And on top of that, I talk a lot about my life's experiences because honestly, what is really the point of me not going through what I did and doing my light work and not showcasing it, not sharing it with you guys? A lot of people start to resonate with my experiences alone and it helps them. That's part of my purpose. That's why I do the readings that I do. And things are shifting, and people are giving me praise. They're saying all these wonderful comments because they're saying you're so unique and you're so different and we love what you do, and this is refreshing. It's like, wow, like I didn't realize all this stuff and all these things, right? You see how that turned out for me? And my channel continues to grow. And I thought it was going to take forever to even get to 1,000, but I wasn't even focusing on that. Because everyone's like, oh, like the person who made the comment said, you would get more followers. And I said, I'm not here for the followers. I had to leave that behind. I was not here to monetize. I was not here for getting a huge subscriber count. I was not here to blow up. They pushed me and pushed me and pushed me. My guides did, my angels, to do this YouTube channel because I had messages to get out. I was here to utilize my spiritual gifts for the greater good of humanity. That was the whole point. And YouTube was the bigger platform, the best platform for me to use. And I stopped getting hung up on following what YouTube said to have a successful channel, what other people said to have a successful channel on top of that. Even when I do the videos where I'm showing my face, but the old Jess would put up all those makeup and stuff that for I was afraid of like being authentic, okay? What the hell I was gonna wear, right? No. I wore what I wanted, I wear what I want to, and if I don't feel like putting my eyeliner on, I won't do it. I was meant to stand out, so are you, Libra. When you are trying to conform to society and be like other people, you end up turning into a robot. You're not a robot, you're a human being. You're a spiritual being, as they say, living a human experience, right? Own that, be that. You are God within. You are not a robot. You are not a machine. People won't really notice you for who you are if you try to be like somebody else. You're kind of you're kind of telling God, it's kind of like insulting him in a way because he made you a certain way and you're going to change that. It's kind of like how some people try to change partners. Unless you are trying to help them overcome a health problem or a mental issue or something like that, or, unless you're trying to give them empowerment, encouragement, don't change them because, oh, well, you know what? I really don't like them about this, but they'll change. I don't like the fact that they eat meat and I don't eat meat, but I'll get them to be vegan. You see what I'm saying? Unless they need to be vegan for their health, I wouldn't recommend doing that. We change for our evolution of the soul. That's when we change. Not everything else. Changing your hairstyle, changing your hair color, your eye color, your face, your clothing, whatever this is. Changing careers just because somebody told you to do it because it brought more money. Changing again, yourself because you want to be more attractive to other people. Again, I got caught up in that too, guys. Why? You know what that ended up bringing me? Unhappiness, discontentment. And I was getting mad because things weren't turning in my favor. God was like, Jess, what are you doing? You're changing who I made you? Okay, so this is what's going to happen as a result of that. If you want to change something about yourself, especially with your physical appearance, but you're doing it for somebody else, that is doing yourself a disservice. If you want to change something about your appearance because you feel that is the true Libra, then do that. Don't do it for somebody else, especially for a romantic partner. Don't do that. I did that for my then husband and for all the other boyfriends I had. You know how dumb that was? That I listened to them I changed certain things about my appearance for them, and I didn't really feel comfortable. When you feel uncomfortable when you're changing, guys, that is not of the light. Don't go that route. Change because you feel like it's what you want to do, not because you're trying to be like somebody else. You have to be true to yourself. This is about authenticity. Okay? I was going to say something else, but I blanked out. Let's see what Libra needs to focus on for today. What does Libra need to focus on for today? Please and thank you. I don't know why these cards slide around a lot. What does Libra need to focus on for today? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirius. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh, they also wanted me to say, you can't embrace who you are and you're not true to yourself and you're not authentic in yourself. You know what happens? You start attracting people just like that, who aren't true to themselves, who are inauthentic. Do we want to attract that? I don't think that we do. We have the King of Ghosts. It's like, you know, trying to be a ghost, trying to be who you really are. You're trying to conceal yourself. You got to show yourself to the world, okay? Now, ghosts are cups in this deck. This is the King of Cups, okay? This is about you trusting in your intuition and having love for yourself, being compassionate, having compassion for yourself and for others. This is the master of intuition, the master of unconditional love, the master of emotions. Don't give in to the drama, because the King of Cups in the shadow side can be dealing with a lot of drama. We want to get away from that. Especially if, you know, with the appearances and things and not being true to ourselves, it might be causing a lot of drama in your life. I don't know. But this is more so of really trusting and listening to your intuition. Becoming wiser from the relationships that you've had. Becoming wiser from learning how to love yourself. Becoming wiser from knowing that you need to be yourself and you need to trust and listen to that divine guidance that you're being given. If you know that you're changing something about yourself and it doesn't make you happy, it doesn't make you feel the love for yourself, then why do it? I'm hearing again strongly, this is about mastering love. But more so love for yourself. And love for other people too. Because yeah, some people here, I did to pick up on some jealousies, some resentments. We just got to pour that love out, guys. Love heals all wounds. It heals everything. We do not have to get caught up in being overly emotional because we don't have something or we don't look a certain way. There's, okay, they just told me some of you might be dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. Now, maybe you are dealing with a water sign, and it doesn't have to be, but it looks like maybe you're dealing with a King of Cups here who, sorry about that, I knocked my cord over. Maybe you're dealing with a King of Cups who doesn't express their emotions. They have a lot of love for you, but they don't really say it, do they? And some of you have heard this a lot, okay? Now, if you're dealing with a relationship with somebody who is not expressive of their emotions, or is it just because this person is not telling you loving things, they're not expressing their love for you like you would want them to, You want to feel validated by this person by telling you sweet nothings. I'm seeing Knight of Cups with this now, as opposed to the King. And the King can be very romantic and very generous, very giving. But again, with the emotions, he has a lot of love, especially, you know, for some love interests. But he's like, I'm going to keep it to myself. And you're like, well, why can't you tell me you love me? Why can't you tell me I'm beautiful? Why can't you tell me I'm this, and that? If this is you, Libra, that you're seeking validation outside of yourself. We do not want to seek validation outside of ourselves because we are more than that. We are already worth it. We are already powerful. We are already a badass from the minute we are born. I said this in Gemini's reading, so maybe you might want to watch Gemini's reading too if you feel compelled to, okay? Moody. This guy can be moody, all right? Withdrawn. Maybe somebody's being manipulative. Maybe somebody's playing around with your emotions. And again, with the person who's keeping that love from you, maybe telling you things isn't their love language. And some of you might be getting caught up in that. Again, this is for some, not for all. It's a general reading. It's not a personal reading. But you were led here for a reason. There's one thing that I will say here that is for you, and it will hit you hard if the majority of this does not fit your story, okay? Keep that in mind, but please have your healthy ego kick in here to make sure you receive the guidance you're being given, because you were led here to get guidance to help you with something. And this is helping you with becoming more authentic and being true to yourself, okay? So maybe you're dealing with somebody who doesn't express their love and you want that validation. It's like, I learned the hard way where I was like this. And my counterpart actually is like the King of Cups. He loves very deeply, but sometimes he has a hard time. He has a hard time expressing that. But he expresses it through artistic ways, through music, through poetry, through writing, okay? There's something artistic about this, that, you know, this person expresses their love in an artistic manner, all right? And some of you are thinking, if this person isn't telling me, then I must not be beautiful. I must be too fat. I must be too skinny. I must be too stupid. I must be in the wrong career. If this person is not expressing their feelings, nope. That's not what this is. It's because this person expresses it in a different way, okay? Maybe that's why you feel a little bit mad, grumpy. Maybe there are a lot of people who love you and, you know, they don't really express it, but they are expressing it to you in different ways. May not be a love interest or a counterpart, okay? If you're a light counterpart, that's a twin flame, by the way. I was guided not to use twin flames. There's an explanation in that in the description box. If you're a light counterpart, okay, one of your lessons is to not seek validation outside of yourself. Especially when somebody like really, really deeply loves you. That's part of their lesson too. To kind of show their love and be in tune with that love in a different way. All right. So there's something here where self-love is needed. You have to have more compassion for yourself and for others. And if you are dealing with somebody who doesn't express love, you're seeking validation from them, nope. You seek it within yourself. You have to know your own worth. Because that worth does not come outside of yourself. You do not seek outside of yourself any validation. If you think that you have to look a certain way, or you have to be a certain way, to have this type of career or this lifestyle or this job, it doesn't dictate who you are. It doesn't dictate your future. It doesn't tell you how amazing you are. It doesn't. The 3D world puts that into our brains. It's within you. You are God within. So you are already this amazing individual from the second that you were born. Wow. We have the King of Imps at the bottom of the deck. This is also the King of Wands, because imps are wands in this deck. Yep. Passion and love for yourself. This is you being the leader. This is you embracing your skills, your own abilities. This guy is a very charismatic dude. He could be very, very good looking, okay? He knows it, but he doesn't seek validation from anybody from it. He doesn't become the king if he's like, oh, hey, am I awesome? Am I the king? Am I the queen? Am I a visionary leader? I need somebody to tell me. I need somebody to boost my confidence. I need somebody to boost my courage. Anybody there? He's not surrounding himself with people who tell him what he is. He knows who he is, and he is confident and courageous, and he's ambitious. He knows what he wants, and he goes after it. He's very set in his ways, but he's like, he doesn't allow anyone to take him off his throne because he knows how successful and powerful he is. He doesn't need anybody to tell him that. It's the same thing with you, Libra. You don't need anybody to tell you that you are the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. Those who have balanced masculine energies, they do not seek validation outside themselves. They already know who they are. Okay? Let's see. Yeah, or you might even be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Doesn't have to be, maybe. Or they have strong fire in their chart. Let's see what you need to avoid. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit guides and angels. What does Libra need to avoid for this week? Please and thank you. I also just heard, you got to look at the bigger picture with the King of Wands energy, especially if you're dealing with somebody who doesn't express love. And it's just what I said with my experience with my own counterpart. Okay? Now I'm hearing the song More Than Words by Extreme. I would highly recommend, if you don't know that song already, go look up the lyrics, go watch the video with the lyrics, whatever it is. There's a message for you there. All right? It talks about how, everybody says I love you, right? You know how overused those words are? If somebody writes me a song like the King of Cups, even Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups could do. If somebody writes me a song and expresses their love for me that way, I would love that a million times more than my person coming up to me and saying, I love you all the time, right? If my person's got a song list with expressing how he feels, that would be way more valuable to me than just those 3 words, right? It's kind of like what that Extreme song is talking about, the More Than Words song is. Because there, yeah, you could say them, but again, I think there's gestures or there's other ways of expressing love for people that some of us just don't really look towards or tap into, type of thing. Here she is. She shows up, the Empress. Yep, you guys don't know your worth. Some of you are not taking care of yourselves. And you're saying, well, and yeah, there might be somebody here, maybe somebody here gained a lot of weight and you're unhappy. And, maybe you're looking for love or something, or a job or whatever it is. And maybe people are passing you up just because of your appearance. With that, just screw those people, okay? Send them love, but screw them anyway. Anyway, I know this sounds contradictory, but maybe there's somebody here, you gained a lot of weight and, you know, you're kind of mad and you're just like, oh, you know, all these skinny people and this, and that. And, you know, you're having low self-esteem. There are ways, right? But it's up to you. You could try to make the effort to lose weight. Either that or you embrace your new size now. That's for somebody here. Either way, you have to love yourself. You have to love the body that you're in, even if it changed that much. If you're not going to do something about it, then embrace it. And don't self-sabotage. The Empress does not seek validation outside of herself. She knows her power. She knows she's beautiful and she's a badass. This is Venus incarnate. This is Aphrodite, the most beautiful goddess out of all of them. Everybody loved her. But that's because she was exuding all the energies of the queens, embodying all the queens in the tarot. And it got her to this place. But she went through a lot. She learned a lot of life's lessons and saying, you know what? I got to embrace who I am. And look, this Empress is the bride of Frankenstein. She doesn't look like a lot of Empresses in the other cards, does she? No. She was born as the bride of Frankenstein, and she embraces the bride of Frankenstein. She does not care that she's got a white streak in her hair. She doesn't give two shits. So she's like, you know, God gave me that white streak in my hair and a very, very greenish, palish face. But I still feel beautiful. I still embrace that. I know because God made me this way. I was born to stand out. And yes, the bride of Frankenstein does stand out, does she not? And she knows that. And she uses that to her advantage. And she loves herself so much that it exudes out to the rest of the world. And she attracts these amazing relationships. She attracts abundance. She attracts everything that's high vibrational. Why? Because she is high vibrational. Why? Because she pours that unconditional love for herself. And she knows that she's being divinely guided by God. And she listens and she trusts her intuition. Says, you know what? My gut says, I don't fit this mold. I'm not a robot. Why do I have to be a robot? I'm the bride of Frankenstein, not a robot. I need to love myself. I need to take care of myself. I need to have compassion for myself. I'm not going to be someone that I'm not. To some of you, you need to create more. It's more about your creativity than what it is that you look like. It's more about what you put out into the world, what you birth into the world, not what you look like. How many, okay, might be a knock on some of the models, but I'm not judging, okay? This is an example. How many, let's look at the Victoria's Secret models. How many Victoria's Secret models are actually changing the world? I could be wrong, okay? They want me to use an example for whatever reason. All right. Again, I'm not knocking on the models here. I'm not. Okay. I'm just trying to make a point. How many of these very successful, or again, they're pointing me towards the Victoria's Secret models, the ones who are very, very tall, skinny, like super gorgeous. How many of them are changing the world? Again, I could be wrong. I don't think any. I don't know. Somebody needs to correct me if I'm missing something. But the way I look at it, when I'm watching the news or something, I don't really see a lot of them like making huge waves in the world with regards to changing raising the vibration of the planet or something with major charities or something like that. They might give to a charity, but I don't know, did they stand one up? Maybe somebody here got stood up. And maybe that's why you are in this grumpy energy. Because you're thinking it was you. Anyway, think about that. We're here to create, to birth things into the world for the greater good of humanity. When you do that, people see the compassion in your heart, the love in your heart that you have for others. That is way more beautiful than any model, any gorgeous person on this planet. That inside is what counts. Your authenticity is more beautiful than anything else. And it's funny because I stole that from a subscriber, because he put that in the comments to one of my videos. Thank you to Arthur for that, if you happen to watch this. And I was wearing a natural beauty shirt. If you watch my video with the one about me hitting 2,000 subscribers, where it says keep going, always believe in yourself, maybe you need to watch that video if you haven't. I'm going to put it towards the end of this video here so you can watch it. There's a message for you there too, okay? It may very well help you with these energies. You have to understand your power and know your worth. You have to understand that you are beautiful. Even if you look like the bride of Frankenstein, God thinks you're beautiful regardless. Other people think you're beautiful too. There's something about you, Libra, that you're kind of hiding, that you're suppressing, kind of like the moon card, and you're not allowing yourself to step into your truth and star into your power, is what you see if you watch the beginning of my videos. There's a reason why I put that there before I start talking, okay? You need to do that. Be true to who you are. Step into your truth, not the truth of others, not what society tells you you should and should not be, what you should and should not look like. You have to be the Libra that you are. Here's 6 of bats. Bats are swords. This is not moving away from turbulent waters. This is you're imbalanced. There's no harmony in your life. This is also maybe you're scattered in the head, because he's talking about swords. Some of you may be staying in relationships where there's still conflict. Excuse me. I hope you didn't hear that. You probably did. I can't believe that happened. Anyway, my bad, guys. That's hilarious. That's never happened before. There's like no forward progress. You're not moving to calmer waters. You're staying behind for some reason. It's like you're staying in your comfort zone. Okay? There might be trouble ahead. Maybe there's something with your health here. Oh, there may be somebody with the weight thing. If you're not eating enough because you gained too much weight, or you're just not happy with your weight, and you're like, I'm hearing bulimia and anorexia, okay? All right. If this is you, Libra, it's not going to make you any more beautiful. It's really going to turn you inside out, and it's really going to lower your vibration, and that is affecting your health. Be careful, because there are people who have died from this, okay? That's for somebody here. Whatever it is that you're doing that is unhealthy, Libra, it's going to go from bad to worse with the 6 of Bats card here, all right? You be very careful. There may be trouble ahead if you don't, start focusing on your health and your worth, okay? Whatever you're doing is unnecessary. Some of you might be getting or staying in relationships where you're feeling invalidated. You don't feel worthy. You gotta move away from these conflicts, these inauthentic relationships, okay? I'm seeing 10 of Cups in the reverse. There might be codependencies here. You need to embrace more of your divine feminine. You need to embrace more of who you really are and start creating for yourself. If you're feeling insecure and you're doing things that are not for your highest good, be very careful, because if you continue to do that, the situation is going to escalate. Your health is going to take a nosedive, I just heard. If you are in relationships where it could very well be with the King of Cups, you could be in an emotionally manipulative relationship, okay? Somebody's trying to mess around with your emotions maybe, and your worth, right? Making you feel like this or something like that. Be careful, because if you stay in that relationship, Libra, it's not going to benefit you, and it could very well take a turn for the worse, where you're gonna be caught in this whirlpool, right? And that's like chaos. We don't want to be in that, okay? Stop feeling insecure. Stop depending on your worth, your beauty, whatever, on somebody else. We need to move away from that. And I said, like with Five of Swords, there's like self-sabotage here. You were some of you are not learning your lessons with regards to your worth. That's why you need to move to calmer waters. You need to head away in a more positive direction here without doing that self-sabotage, or somebody who is cutting you down with words. Or I'm hearing there's somebody here who's manipulating you emotionally, but they're also saying these very harsh words to you. That's Five of Swords. You got to move away from the Five of Swords with the Six of Swords. Somebody's belittling you. Somebody's insulting your intelligence. Somebody's been telling you you can't amount to anything because you don't look a certain way. Or maybe somebody's telling you, you know, could you dye your hair black because I like chicks with black hair? Could you lose some weight because, you know, you've gotten a little chunky? Can you start eating this instead because, you know, I'd rather have you either smell better. That's weird. That's specific. I'd rather have you be a certain way. Again, there's something with weight here for somebody. If you're dealing with somebody like this, Libra, that is a toxic relationship. You got to get out of there. It is not for your highest good, so why stay in that? I said you were already born, you were worth it from the day you were born. You were already a badass from the day you were born. Even if you gained weight, you lost weight, or somebody here, like apparently your boob shrank or whatever it is. Maybe something happened in an accident and you don't look the same. Whatever it is, Libra, it's still you. You still have your inner you. Don't let anybody change that. You were born with these very amazing qualities. And if somebody in your area and your energetic space is causing you to lose your self-worth, your self-confidence, they are not for your highest good, period. And they are blocking your abundance. They are also blocking the true love that God meant for you to experience, okay? We do not deal with people like that. On top of that, if somebody, you could also be dealing with somebody. Now, if you were a light counterpart / twin flame, if you were dealing with that, if you're in that journey, and somebody says harsh things to you, but it's like you're conflicted because somebody, apparently you can feel this love from this person. They can't express it, but they express it in a way that just does not come out the way you were expecting. Move, get in that boat, and head towards fulfilling your life's purpose, okay? Move to calmer waters, because that person still needs healing to do. You need healing to do. And that is like dealing with this. The Empress is also talking about healing. She is in excellent health. Okay. King of Ghosts. Why is it here? It's all about self-love, Libra. Wow. We have King of Cups twice, you guys. Yeah, some of you are dealing with a water sign. Look at this. Was I talking about Page of Wands? I think I did. King of Cups, Page of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Emperor, Aries. Maybe somebody's got strong Aries in their chart. Okay. this is really re-emphasizing the self-love, having compassion for yourself, for others, mastering love, especially for yourself, and understanding that the divine love of God is what heals all things. He found the Holy Grail, and he doesn't lose sight of that. And he worked hard to get that. He went through a lot of pain and suffering, but he gained wisdom because of all that. Especially if you're dealing with relationships that are toxic. He overcame that stuff, but he learned to love himself first. Okay? And again, some of you are dealing with somebody who loves you a lot, but they have a hard time expressing it. When they try to express it, it just goes by the wayside. It's like throat chakra issues. Page of Wands. There may be somebody who's acting childish here, okay? I did talk about Page of Wands with that sexual energy. You know, some of you need to embrace that. You know, don't worry about being a very sexual, sensual person, because if that's who you are, Libra, that's who you are. You got to overcome those challenges with your sexuality and your sensuality, okay? It's part of you. It is. And this is about you also, this new beginning, you know, being excited about starting on a new journey. There's some excitement here, but you want to either leave this person or you want something better. Some of you, yeah, if you are in toxic relationships, you're like, you know what, this is not for me. Why am I dealing with this? Have that courage and confidence to, you know, follow your passions, okay? Do what you love. Don't be afraid of that. This is fearlessness here. Again, with the courage and the confidence. A lot of courage and confidence is needed here to embark on your own journey to self-love, okay? Because when you do that, look what happens. You get the Ten of Pentacles, all right? But this is also talking about your own happiness, completion, finding your own treasure, okay? This is about how you want to have it all. But if, again, you're lower vibrational, that's not in alignment with the Ten of Pentacles. Emperor. Now we have the counterparts. Wow. Yep. Some of you are dealing with a very spiritually guided light counterpart connection. There are huge lessons to be learned here. Both of you need to start to learn how to become the divine masculine Christ and divine feminine Christ. Yep. Some of you are in your divine counterparts. Yep. They're right here. Wow, this is pretty powerful. You guys are meant to be a power couple, but that won't manifest, Libra, until you get right with this. Until you know your own worth. You have to step into your own power. You need to take control of your life. All right? I did say with the health stuff here, you guys need to take control of your life. You have to be very careful because it could go from bad to worse with the Six of Bats over there at the bottom of the deck for the Empress, all right? You need to become more stable, more grounded. You need to take matters into your own hands. You need to learn to be the leader, not the follower. All right? Have more organized structure in your life. Be true to yourself. Stand in your power. Okay? Star into your power. Again, we have some good cards here. But we got to get out of that victim mentality. We got to get out of that lack of worth mentality. Now we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck, another major. Gemini energy. This is about understanding you have all the tools necessary to create the reality you want. Your thoughts create your reality. Absolutely. And if your reality is shit right now, Libra, change your thoughts, change your mindset. You got to have positive thoughts. You have to have that positive mindset to attract positive things. Relationships, jobs, careers, whatever this is. Money. All right. This is you like manifesting what it is that you want. Stop attracting things that you don't want. That's why you have to raise your vibration. Okay? This is you taking inspired action to change things about your life. All right, why is the Empress here? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family. Thank you. We have the Four of Cups. Yep. You're like, I'm never going to find true love. If you think that, Libra, that's what's going to manifest. That's just how it works, right? You don't believe in it, it's not going to happen. It's all about the law of attraction. Here, God's giving you this gift. I have something that's going to be more fulfilling, Libra, than love. I'm going to have something that's more fulfilling than this job that you're in, or this job that you think you're trying to seek, which may be why you might be trying to change yourself. I don't know. There's something here with God's trying to give you something amazing, and some of you are reluctant to take it, or you're afraid to take it. Because you think it's not going to change your life. You think it's not going to amount to anything. This is about you seizing the day. Some of you are unmotivated and you're lacking the energy to just go after what it is that you want. But you have to go change that and just stop sitting around doing nothing. You got to go after what it is you want. You have to seize the day. You have to be proactive and focus on bettering your health, your self-worth, the self-love. Again, standing in your power, creating something. She does amazing things for this planet. You're going to have a hard time trying to do amazing things on this planet to also attract amazing things in your life, Libra, if you just sit around and do nothing. You have to start finding more enthusiasm for life, because being in these grumpy energies here, it's low vibrational. It's not going to attract the Ace of Cups. You got to go find your holy grail, your own fulfillment, before you attract the unconditional true love, the love of a lifetime. Okay, that's how it works. You find your own worth. You find what makes you happy. You find, you know, that treasure. And when you find that treasure, it's not necessarily going to be money in there. I mean, that's what you can attract when you get to the higher vibration. These are very high vibrational cards, guys. All right. And these are mastery. We saw King of Wands, and this is the King of Cups twice. This is about mastery, guys. Self-mastery is really the focus here. When you get to that place and you're like, I am the shit here, you're going to attract this guy. Be like, oh, look at this guy coming. It's the freaking emperor. The ultimate provider, the leader, the follower. This guy could be a CEO of a company, an entrepreneur, right? You've built something like that for yourself too. You guys are these powerhouses, and when you come together, oh my gosh. You guys end up having the love of a lifetime. There you go. Because you guys are doing something amazing for the world together, okay? That's why you are divine counterparts. You got to have some more gratitude, too, for what you have instead of what you don't have. For who you are instead of who you are not. Again, God made you the way you are for a reason. And look, here's the Queen of Pentacles. She's the minor arcana version of the Empress. Again, you got to be more nurturing for yourself. Self-care, self-love. Take spa days, you know. Pamper yourself every once in a while. Tend to your garden. It's like going out in nature. Some of you need to ground yourselves more. Seeing the beauty in nature. And it's not that much. Nature is beautiful to look at. But it's not all made up with makeup and shit or all these other things. It's just like, it's natural beauty. She knows that she is beautiful regardless. She doesn't need to wear makeup all the time. She doesn't need to do her hair a certain way. She doesn't need to wear certain clothes or drive a certain car. She knows she's the shit too. She worked hard to get here. She also healed a lot in her lifetime. She did a lot of healing. And she understood that God does work miracles and that everything in the world is beautiful. And she also has that unconditional love for others and for herself. She loves herself immensely. She's also very business savvy. She gives to others. She's a very giving individual. She's very smart too. But more importantly, she knows her worth. There's a very strong thing with self-love, again, in the self-worth. Look, it's underneath that. It's the Eight of Pentacles. Self-mastery, doing the work. Okay? Look what's at the top. Two of Swords. You're avoiding focusing on bettering yourself, on taking care of yourself. And after I look at the Two of Swords or something with the throat chakra, some of you need to face the music. Speak your truth. Gain more clarity. Something to that nature. What is the spiritual guidance for Libra for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Yep, I knew this was coming out. You guys got the self-love card. Yep, this is very similar to Gemini's reading, so I highly recommend watching that. It's a big thing here, guys. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? See? You're the best. No, you're the best. You're telling yourself that. You don't need anybody to validate who you are. Validate your beauty, your intellect. No. Don't be like how I was. Especially when I told you my story about how I wasn't valuing my brilliant mind. And I was like one of the smartest people in school. And it was like, I looked at it as a flaw. You know how silly that was? And it made me feel worse when guys didn't want to date me because I was smart. Oh my God. It was like, yeah, I sound crazy because I sometimes want to kick my old self. You know how dumb that was? And then as I got older, everyone was like, holy crap, man, like you're really smart. And some people didn't believe me because they would actually literally say, like, your face doesn't match your brain. I'm like, who says that? You know what I mean? I now embrace that more. There's something about you too. Maybe you do have a brilliant mind, Libra. You are an air sign, so you are brilliant. If somebody doesn't like you or they don't want to date you because you're smart, do not get into what I did as in my younger years, okay? Embrace that. Embrace that amazing quality about yourself. Even, you know, if somebody, it's like they get turned away because of that. They are not worthy of you, period. They don't deserve you, period, okay? You deserve the world, Libra. You really do. It's really time to focus on that self-love and stop seeking validation outside of yourself. Love those qualities about yourself. Deep down inside, you know what they are, Libra. Let those shine through you. It's going to attract a lot of amazing things, to include people who will respect you, who will love you for who you are. Again, you cannot love somebody else if you don't love yourself. On top of that, like I was saying, you will continue to attract people who don't respect you, who don't love you unconditionally, if you don't do the same. That's how it works. Always tell yourself, you were always the best. You were always a badass, again, since the second you were born. Patience. Congratulations, you've been granted more patience. You may start using it right away or much, much later. Waiting a long time is the sort of option now afforded to you by greater patience. Can you believe it? Look at this. You're still reading and you haven't started getting annoyed yet. Imagine how this patience will transform your life. Imagine how easy it will be to go to the post office. Maybe somebody here hates going to the post office because it's like you gotta wait in line, whatever. There's ways around that. I think with regards to your healing and your self-worth, the self-love stuff, guys, and you becoming the Empress, it takes some time, right? It's like the Seven of Pentacles. It's gonna take some time to grow. It's gonna take some time to learn how to better love yourself, to be more compassionate with yourself. And I went through the same thing. It took me years, guys, years, okay? But it's worth it. You are worth it, all right? God loves you just the same. He just wants you to take your time because look, you know, trees don't grow overnight, right? After you plant that seed, you're not going to have that tree standing outside of your lawn, outside of your house the next day. And again, with the nature's beauty, how it grows from this, it goes from a seed to this plant, a little stem or whatever, little shrub, whatever it is. And then the next thing you know, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Then the leaves start sprouting and all these wonderful things. You're like, holy cow, I remember when that tree was just a seed, right? Embrace the growth, the steps that you take to your self-growth and learning how to better take care of yourself and learning what your superpowers are and embracing those and becoming, you know, really stepping into your power, starting into your power. Now with patience, with the Empress here, they want me to talk about gestation, okay? That miracle that happens when babies are born, they're not born overnight, right? It takes 9 months. There's that incubation period, that gestation period that we all have to embrace. There's a beautiful phase with that gestation phase, with the creation of life. It's also something that you're going to be birthing into the world where you want to build a business or whatever this is for you. You becoming that powerful, badass person that you already were to begin with. Babies are miracles in themselves. I talked about miracles with the Queen of Pentacles. She knows that miracles do exist. She gives birth to that child. She spent those 9 months. At the beginning, she wouldn't feel the baby kick. And you know this. Some of you know this if you're mothers, okay? At the beginning, she wouldn't feel anything. She didn't even have the bump yet. Then the bump comes. And then things start changing. And then maybe she starts looking different. And she gains a little bit of weight. But, you know, for me, I went through all these changes. But I embraced the changes. And I thought pregnancy was a beautiful thing. I absolutely loved the time that I was pregnant with my son. And even though I started waddling at the last trimester and I had to pee a lot, my nose actually got bigger. It was the weirdest looking thing. And I was like, what the hell happened? But I said, nope, I'm not going to get into that because it was part of the process. Okay. And yes, I gained 50 pounds. Okay. And I was like, okay, this is what I got to do. My thing was I had to nurture that child. I had to love that child. I did not give in to me going through all these changes and being, you know, saddened because of it or saying, oh my God, what's going on with my body, right? It was the process. That was God's way. Take the time for that baby to grow. And the most important thing that I was praying to God for was that my baby would be born healthy with a strong set of lungs. And that's exactly what happened because the lungs are the last thing in the fetus to develop. All I wanted was for my son to be healthy, but I wanted my son to have those strong lungs. And when he came out and he started crying, all of the nurses and the doctor said, oh my God, he has a strong set of lungs. Like he's very powerful. My son's a very powerful kid. Okay. And I went through the nose changes. I went through the waddling. I went through peeing in the middle of the night. I went through, you know, wearing these clothes and gaining 50 pounds. But I birthed an incredibly strong, healthy son. And that is the greatest miracle. He's still my greatest miracle to this day. So when we talk about patience, guys, it's like that. You embrace those changes you're going through. You embrace the time that it takes for that baby to be born. Because once you are done with your healing and your self-love, your self-worth, you're going to look back at yourself and say, wow, look how far I've come. It's exactly what I did when I got to this. I said, holy shit, Jazz. You overcame a lot. You healed a lot. You now know the powerful being, and you're embracing that, the person that you always were. You became the person God made you to be. And you become that miracle, because you were always a miracle to begin with. You just never saw it, and other people made you lose sight of that. Society jacked that up for all of us. We're not dealing with that anymore, because now you know better. While it's going to take some time, it's necessary because of the miracle that's going to happen. Once you embody this Empress energy, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, okay? And some of you might actually be pregnant. Maybe you are upset, right? With the changes. Maybe you're seeing other pregnant women that's like, oh my God, how are you pregnant? Like, you're still thin. I got caught up in that for like 5 minutes, and I said, nope, I'm not dealing with that. But look, I'm going to say something, and this is not a knock on the women who are pregnant, or those who were pregnant who were very thin. I'm just giving you an example, okay? I worked with quite a few women. They didn't gain any weight at all. It was quite fascinating to me, actually. Beautiful, the wonderful ladies, okay? And some of the other women like, oh my God, they would actually say it to their face, I gained like 80 pounds. How are you so skinny? How are you so skinny? And they would actually say to their face, they were jealous, right? I don't know. I don't seem to be gaining weight. Here's the other thing. Those thin women, they were concerned because they weren't gaining weight. They wanted to gain weight. You see the irony in this? Other women don't want to gain weight. Some of the women want to gain weight. 3 women I knew who did not gain much except for the baby in the belly, okay? Nothing else changed. All 3 of those women, they gave birth prematurely, and their children had complications. There was one woman who was afraid of getting fat. She kept saying, I want to gain weight. I don't want to gain weight. I want to keep my figure. Guys, and this is, again, no judgment. This is not negativity, but this is what God's telling me. With that coworker of mine, at the time I was working at my 9-to-5 job, she put so much negativity and so much focus in her appearance. I think God was trying to teach her something. She ended up giving birth prematurely, and her daughter ended up having a lot of complications. She was in the NICU for months. And you know what? After she had her maternity leave, she actually talked to some of us, and she goes, you know what? I have a feeling God was trying to teach me a lesson. I was angry because I was like, no, I don't want these changes to happen. And she was one of the ones who didn't gain weight. And she was like, no, I can't. I want my figure to change. I don't want this to change. I just want to have this baby, and that's it. And then she realized what she did, and she goes, oh my God, I really think that I caused this. Because again, like attracts like. There was negativity. She was not appreciative of the blessing that God was giving her. She manifested that. Okay? Her daughter, thank God, she's fine now, but she still has she has underlying health issues now. And the mother was like, I can't believe I did that to myself. I was so negative about my body changing. I didn't want it to change, but I was not focusing on the well-being of the child. You see how this works, guys? Maybe there's somebody here who's pregnant who needs to hear that. We want to be positive, regardless if you're pregnant or not, with our bodies, because God, that's our vessel that our souls reside in. We have to be appreciative and give gratitude to that. If you want to be healthier, yes, take the necessary steps to do that. But start with just loving yourself first. That attracts beautiful things into your life. Inspiration is at the bottom of the deck. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now, it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. Soon it will be flawless. Speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. The voice of inspiration within you. It's within you, not outside of you. Okay? Nobody. You should not seek validation outside of yourself. It's within yourself. The more you listen, the louder it will get. And then you finally listen to that guidance and you're like, okay, I'm going to listen now, Spirit. I'm going to listen. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is coming to Libra with regards to their love life? My gosh, what is going on with me today? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the boat. Receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure, issues. Some of you need to move on. I was talking about, so I felt a toxic relationship here. Somebody's belittling you, or somebody who's not expressing their emotions, and they have some healing to do too. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to focus on my self-love, my healing. I'm going to stop seeking validation from my counterpart, from this person. I am going to start making progress on myself. Remember the boat sailing away with the 6 of Swords? There you go. There's more confirmation with that. Receiving what you need, not what you want. There you go. Healing heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Need I say more? The Coffin, how appropriate for my Halloween themed readings. Endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. Yep, with the 6 of Swords too. That's a transition, right? To living a better life, to your paradise that you're going to create. I talked about growth. You're nipping this in the bud, guys. Some of you need to stop focusing on the love, ending these toxic relationships, and focusing on your growth, embracing that change. Look, the butterfly metamorphosis. Relationship evolving in the next phase, healing the inner child growth. Again, healing the inner child and growth. We have growth twice, you guys. We were talking about that. The baby growing, I mean, that's why I said that. Whoa, twin flame card, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Yep. This is confirming for some of you are in this kind of connection, what I call light counterpart. I had a feeling this card was going to come out because look, we have them right here. This connection you are in, Libra. For those of you resonating with this part, you know you're a counterpart. This is all about this and vibrating at this frequency. This is about vibrating at the frequency of agape love, which is unconditional love, and following your dharma. It's all about your self-growth and becoming the emperor, becoming the empress. I did say becoming the divine masculine Christ and divine feminine Christ, okay? This connection you are in is to learn major lessons, to not seek anything outside of yourself, only seeking the wisdom and glory of God. That is it. You get to that level. You have that strong connection with God all the time. That's why I say Christ at the end of divine masculine, divine feminine. It's about the Christ consciousness here. You get to those levels. You are fully connected to God. You are in alignment with your higher self. You grow, you learn, you evolve, you teach, you build. And then you both do that on your own. That's when you come into union. You complement each other because you're vibrating at the same frequency of unconditional love. You become that powerhouse. You are now ready for your joint mission. That is what this whole connection is all about. And you are now going to become examples of what mutual companionship is and what unconditional love really is. It's, again, the Christ consciousness. That's what you guys are going to be teaching. And some of you who've been divorced, you're going to be examples for those who've gone through divorces, for those who've been single parents, that they can find true love and that they can find somebody, their counterpart, and build an empire for themselves and for the world. It's all about raising the vibration of the planet and telling everybody to do this first, to attract abundance, to attract material wealth, to attract the beautiful things that come into the Empress's life and the Emperor's life. The paradise is what the Emperor and the Empress get at the end of their spiritual work. Individually, right? The self-mastery. On top of everything else. Cupid's arrow. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. Have faith. It's coming. But you gotta do the work first. There are lots of lessons to learn, and a lot of it has to do with loving yourself and vibrating at the unconditional love. The violet flame, guys. This is kind of violet in color, right? Vibrating, unconditional love, the violet flame. Knowing your worth. You don't have to answer to anybody, and you know neither of you are going to seek validation outside of yourselves ever again. Okay? That is huge power right there. Let's get your and then I'm also hearing heart chakra. Your heart chakra has to be completely healed, and that's when you fill it up with self-love, and that's actually the divine love of God, which is unconditional love. You gotta unconditionally love yourself, your counterpart, other people who've even done you wrong, okay? Because any little piece of resentment or any piece of darkness in your heart chakra, it's not fully healed. That is the gateway to having everything. All right, let's see what your wellness tip of the week is. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What is... Here we go. Thank you, Spirit. A lot of people have been getting this. A lot of signs. Rainbow obsidian, heal your heart. Oh my God. That's why they wanted me to talk about the heart chakra. Look at the purple. The purple, guys, I said violet flame. Vibrating at the violet flame frequency, that is key to this. And living your dharma. They're living their dharma, their life's purpose. They get there first before they come together. Bottom of the deck is Iolite. Shift your money mindset. Absolutely. Let's go read Rainbow Obsidian to get your mantra. Oh, wow. Look. You are strong and resilient, and you are capable of working through the deepest of human emotions. The heart is both the most fragile and most powerful element of our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Trust that no matter how exposed or pained you may feel, you have the power to recover and heal, just like the King of Cups twice. From the loss of a loved one, a relationship, a beloved pet, or even a job, we've all experienced grief. Whether that event happened recently or long ago, a variety of emotions may surface at any given time as part of the grieving process. Allow your emotions to come up so you can acknowledge and then release them in order to fill that space with a new love, light, and hope. Ask yourself, when have you experienced a loss of any kind? Did you allow yourself the time and space to grieve? What would aid your grieving process? Your affirmation is, to feel is to heal. Today, give yourself permission to feel whatever emotions come up. Let them go and cry if you need to so you can create space to heal. It's all about healing, guys. Healing. All right? It's all about healing. Oh my gosh, I keep moving this camera around. Let us do your super tractor. All right, Spirit Guides, Angels, Galactic Family, Pleiadian Sirians. How would you like to close out this reading for Libra? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Spirit Guides, Angels, Galactic Family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. How would you like to close out Libra's reading? What other guidance would you like to relay to Libra at this time? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. All right, this is taking a little longer than usual. Spirit, do we have anything for Libra? There it is. They're like, we're trying to get the right card out. When I make joy a priority, brilliant ideas will come naturally, support will surround me, and movements will form. Love it. When I'm connected to spirit, I feel a sense of certainty, magnitude, and ease that I've never felt before, that I've never known. Same difference. All right. They want me to go back to the reading. Why do you want me to go back to this, Spirit? Okay. There are a couple of people here. I'm hearing two. Two people who are watching this. You've already done all of this work. You've had the patience. You've done the self-work. You are now fully independent. You're loving life. You're enjoying, the luxury of life, whatever this is for you. You've built your business. The King of Ghosts, the King of Cups, is going to now come forward with a message, good news. They're going to express their feelings to you, and there's going to be a lot of passion involved in this message. There's a lot of love and passion in this message coming in for some of you guys. I mean, there's a lot of love. I mean, the King of Cups twice. Your counterpart loves you like you wouldn't believe, Libra. He's here twice. He's also very romantic and very generous. He may be inviting you somewhere, or there may be travel involved. This is also some exciting new endeavor. I'm hearing there might be something with a partnership with a business, because these two can do that. These are powerhouses, right? They build empires. Your counterpart is probably a CEO, or they've amassed an amount of money. They have some company that they built for themselves, something like that. All right. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like a windfall of abundance coming in. This is also marriage, having it all. Okay. You're going to have it all with the divine masculine Christ. And it's a blessing that you're not going to see coming. Okay. That's for those of you who've already healed the heart, who've done all of the work. Both of you are in full alignment with your higher selves, and both of you are vibrating at the violet flame frequency. Now, this cup of unconditional love, this love of a lifetime, is going to come in. It's a new beginning in love. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to see it coming. Not only are you going to get this love of a lifetime with somebody who is incredibly in love with you. Super romantic. I talked about writing the songs, right? Maybe this person wrote a lot of love songs for you. They're very musical. They play an instrument, guitar, piano, saxophone, I heard. All of the above, maybe. Stratocaster. You're going to have it all with this person. Happy life, happy marriage, a beautiful home, maybe a mansion, lots of money. Wealth, material wealth, all types of wealth. Like, you're going to have like this perfect life, okay? That's for those 2 people here who have done the work, because there are some counterparts coming into union now, especially Libra season, but it's very small amount. The majority of those who are going to come into union are coming in 2022 and a couple years after, okay? So guys, those of you who need to get on it with the work, they're telling you, they're confirming this, all right? It's all about the healing and self-transformation. Union will manifest for you, but you gotta do the work first, okay? If you have any questions, send me an email, because I am one too, if you didn't already know. I don't like the word twin flame, but I'm a divine counterpart, okay? I'm at the violet flame level. I'm following my dharma. This is my life's purpose. I'm teaching you guys from experience on how to get to union with self and how to get to your power and start living your dharma so that you can manifest union, okay? Let me know if you have questions. My email's in the description box below. If you would like a personal reading, I do readings for counterparts, okay? I have quite a few. It's in the light counterpart readings category on my website. I do have some of those links in the description box below, okay? I have been working with a lot of clients and they're making some significant progress, and it's like I can even feel it energetically, the progress that they're making. So I can assist you with that if you are being called to have me help you on your journey. I do have a lot of other healing packages because a lot of healing has to be done here, guys. And I went through that and I created the services based on what I did for myself to get to here. Okay. So if you are interested, I highly recommend checking some of my services in the description box below or going to capellawellness.com. Check out my service suite. Check out the packages that I offer. If you're interested in getting like a light counterpart package or something, you save money and you get a bonus reading with that, okay? And you get other goodies from me if you buy packages, but that's besides the point. Or if you have any specific questions, okay? I do answer emails, so shoot me an email if you have a question about your journey or a question about my services, all right? Okay, Libra, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today. Always, I send so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess with Capella Wellness. Starring out.